So my name is Gooch. I'm here to give you a pure and honest review of my 12-ton forge press. Which, if you've been looking up 12-ton forge presses or forge presses in general, you've probably come across what this one started out with as. And so I'm going to show you how mine is actually 12-ton and explain to you how it wasn't when I spent entirely too much money on it. So yeah, you'll probably recognize it, and then, oh, that ain't right. That's not what I see on their website and online. Everything else looks the same. Oh, that's because their little 3-inch cylinder to even get close to 12 ton requires 3,000 psi, and that still only puts you about 10 and a half. And I personally don't think running stuff at max rated capacity is, I don't like doing it. And I don't know if it can be, because I don't know what the cylinder is, so I don't know what the cylinder is rated at. Different companies use a very similar part number, so I can't guarantee it's not a 2500 psi max rated cylinder, which means you don't want to run it at 2000 or 3000 psi. And also, I don't know what those hoses are rated at. They're surely rated at least 2500. I would hope. I would sure they're rated at above 3000. But I didn't want to pull off the protective covering to make sure. So I kind of figure 2500 psi is a safe operating pressure for how it came, and that still don't give me 12 ton. So I put this 4-inch cylinder on, which at 1900 psi is 23,800 and some. So just shy of 12 tons. You'll see the tank is black, and that's because their tank, from what they told me, was damaged in shipping. And this is it right here. And that right there should be welded. It's not. Yet somehow that is shipping damage. I'm not sure how that is shipping damage, but evidently that's what it is. It's shipping damage. And I mean, that shows how much quality they put into painting this too. They just bolt everything together and it looks like rattle canned it. That right there is their foot control, which is big waste of money, pile of junk, useless. And so I got a black tank, which I think it looks better with that black tank, because it doesn't make it look so tacky with a shitty paint job. And you'll see right there that they can't even bother to make stuff clearance. So when I first got it, I was only getting 500 psi because I wasn't getting full travel, but it looked like full travel, so I didn't notice it. Put pressure gauges on it, and then I seen that and was able to get 1200 psi, because that's what it came set at. So I don't remember what the numbers is on that, but 1200 psi ain't that much. So pressure gauges. Now, hydraulic fittings aren't cheap. Not going to break the bank or anything, but still, I didn't really want to spend that money to get this thing to work right. I have no idea on the specs of the motor. I do believe this motor could be wired 220, but I don't know. They painted over, the data plate that usually has that information on it. So I don't know. And then, just kind of slapped paint all over everything. Looks like garbage in my eyes. Look, the hose isn't even fully painted. Let's paint the hoses. I see blue. Looks like garbage in my eyes. But there's what they use for a tank, in case you're curious. Giant waste of money right here. Don't buy it. I could have used a 3.5-inch cylinder. to do this, but I went with 4 just in case I ever want to build something else. I also did email them and explain to them what I did and why I did it, and sent them the figures and everything, and asked them if they felt that their design and their building process, and if they felt this product would actually hold up to 12 tons of force like it's supposed to come. And they haven't replied to me back. I don't know if they will. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't, because they probably don't want their name, they probably don't want to say yes or no, because if they say no, they're admitting it's not 12 tons and it can't handle 12 tons. If they say yes, then, they're putting their name on my improvements. So we'll see what they say there. I am going to reinforce it and bump it up, or not bump it up, but I'll keep it about the 12 ton in this frame. But I am going to reinforce it because I do not trust them. So I'll add some reinforcement to make sure it'll hold together. It runs at 1900 psi, which is 12 tons. I lost a little bit of speed. But as you can tell, not too terribly much. It works a lot better moving metal with 12 ton. I'm assuming I'll have a lot easier time with canisters and stuff like that. I haven't done a canister since I've upgraded the cylinder, but I've done some other stuff, and it works. It does a lot better of a job. It does more of what I expected it to do. And like I said, 4-inch cylinder. Theirs was a 3-inch cylinder. But I just don't recommend this at all. I got another hydraulic power unit that'll speed up that cylinder. It has a higher flow capacity. It actually should be about, it should knock about 2 seconds off of what that pump did with their 3-inch cylinder. I don't remember the specs exactly, but it'll move pretty good. But I gotta get it. I bought it used, so I gotta go through it and make sure everything's good, and I gotta get it wired up for 220 and run it. Get a 220 cord made. But yeah, that's also the cart that they say that they sell, stating it's a great cart to put this on. No, I mean, that cart is a pile of junk. It's got it with what's on it. It's too much weight. I don't trust it. I'm in the process of building a cart, but I don't get anything done very fast. So still working on that, and I don't roll it around, so it just sits there. So hopefully it all holds together, because it's not really, getting too much pressure applied to it. But yeah, there it is. The 12-ton forge press that, through my modifications, is actually now 12-ton. Still a huge waste of money that I wish I didn't send them, because they aren't putting out a 12-ton press. Obviously, do the math. 3-inch cylinder is what it came with. That's a 4. And I don't even have to go over 2,000 psi. I don't remember the math off the top of my head, but 3.5-inch cylinder will hit 12 ton at a higher pressure, but you'll maintain some speed because it's a little bit smaller cylinder, and that's what determines your speed. But yeah, don't buy it. And I'm sure they're going to have this removed. But I've tried not to say their name. I don't think I have. So I don't know if they'll have any grounds to stand on. Because everything I've said is also true. So you put out a product that's supposed to be 12 ton, and it's not 12 ton. There we go. Do the math. And that is shipping damage. Let me show you that again. No welds. Shipping damage. Useless. Charge me a bunch of money for it. Have a good day.